$60 for a game? Back in my day, things were a lot cheaper. We used to go outside. That was free. We used to ride around our skateboards. Well, the skateboards were $50. Well, the decks were $50. The trucks were $20. The wheels were $20. The bearings were $10. First off, I'm talking only about games inside of America. I know, we got nothing to complain about. Brazilians, for instance, have to pay the equivalent of $90 for a game like Dark Souls 2. Europeans have it bad too. Basically, anybody outside of America and Japan that has to pay these ridiculous prices to import these games. So in America, the usual price for a brand new game, especially a AAA title, is $59.99 plus tax, which in New York comes to $65.16 because your state and federal governments like to ram you from both ends. This is a lot of money for a game. I mean, Clue's only $10. $60 has been the standard for years, ever since the launch of the Xbox 360 in 2005. Before that, games were $50. That's not much cheaper. Let's go way back. Games for the Atari 2600 were typically between $20 and $30. So, $20 for a launch title back in 1977 would run you $78.24 today. NES games were usually between $30 and $50, with your favorite Mario running $50. So that was 1986. So, oh my god. Sonic the Hedgehog should be a little better. That was 1991 at $50. But you know what? Today's consoles are expensive. There's no denying that. The Xbox One was $500, but just got a nice $100 price cut. So $400 for a brand new console in 2014. It wasn't like this last generation. Okay, so if you look at this year-old list of all of the prices of the game consoles adjusted for inflation, you'll see that the GameCube was actually the cheapest. The original retail price of $200 helped make the GameCube the fastest selling console of that time. However, the GameCube was widely considered a commercial failure. So that price helped, but it didn't help much. The cheapest console on this list with the highest success rate would be the original Wii, costing $290 of today's money and selling 101 million consoles worldwide. So that's what you guys want, another Wii. These days, there are so many big budget games coming out, but there's also a lot of small indie games that are coming out, and they're all usually under $20. That's pretty much the cheapest games have ever been. Back in the day, it didn't cost too much to develop a hit either. SNES games only cost between $50,000 and $300,000 to develop. Today, if you want to make a hit, you're looking at a couple $1,000,000. I don't know if this list was adjusted for inflation, but if it wasn't, you'd be looking at about $500,000 to develop an SNES game in today's market. Basically, stop complaining. And if you don't have the money for a AAA title, wait a month for it to end up in the bargain bin, or just settle for an indie title. I recommend Super Time Force. I even dusted off my Xbox 360 for that. What do you guys think? Are you still upset about how much games cost? Leave it in the comments below. At me on Twitter. Find us on Facebook. Like us. Share this video, subscribe, all that garbage. Thank you guys very much. Have a good week. So unless you have plenty of time to develop for this technology, like let's say you're developing an Xbox One exclusive, then you're gonna get a lower resolution game. I'm gonna say, I think the biggest fandom right now, current.
This right this second.
Doctor Who.
Definitely.
Gigantic.
Yeah, it is huge. I mean,
I've never seen it.